We fast travel to Vicent. We gotta turn in some quests. We can travel what to here. Okay.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you were at the beginning of the stream, Belle, but this place is under Dannon rule, but like, I guess everything's fair for everyone. Like, they pay the Renans pay the Dannons for the work they do. It's really weird here. Something's up.
Yes.
Well, it's about time. In that case, I need you to follow this recipe here and cook me a beef stew right away. Why are you making me cook again? Can't wait to see how this turns out, Alphen. Come on, isn't the stew ready yet?
Right.
Sorry, Law. Says here I have to let it simmer for 5 hours.
No way.
5 hours? That beef would have tasted perfectly fine if we just grilled it up real quick.
I don't believe
If that's how you're going to act, boy, then you can forget about having any.
Great.
All right, looks like it's done now.
Very
Oh,
nice.
look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
This is absolutely exquisite. I'm in heaven. This is a golden age of cooking we live in.
I guess.
That doesn't really tell us anything about how it actually tastes. I'll say, I feel like his reaction is even more dramatic than last time.
Law.
Oh well. Why don't you try some next, Law?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll have some.
Whoa.
Holy crap, this meat is so tender. I feel like it's gonna melt right in my mouth. And the sauce is so rich and packed with the taste of the meat and veggies, it gives the whole an unbelievably deep flavor.
Is that?
These veggies too, they're so meaty and tasty just the way they are. They make for a really nice complimentary side dish.
Oh, this is bad.
Whoever came up
Real
with this
bad.
meal really thought of every dish through. I can see why the palace would serve it. You know, Gordano, you could take a page out of Law's book when it comes to actually explaining how something tastes.
Ah.
You people don't understand anything. All that boy does is flap his jaws. Listen, you uncultured oaf. Flavor is something you express with your whole body. No, your very soul. Were you watching that? Did you see how I moved with every fiber of my being? Open your eyes wide and burn this next sight into your brain. Ready? Absolutely.
Just great.
I get it. I get it. I was wrong. No need to get all worked up about it.
Yes.
Putting that aside, my palate and stomach are completely and utterly satisfied. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. I love that man.
Man, that was amazing. No wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
See? What did I tell you?
Shion, you've got sauce on your face.
See, those little conversations are great. The ones after battle, though, I could do without. What are we gonna work on next for Alphen here? AG restored from critical hits. She's close to that. All right. Let us go to the palace. Yeah, everyone's just kind of living here in peace. Whoever their leader is, they got put into power 7 years ago, I think is what they said. And they made a lot of changes to show some respect to the Dannons and stuff like that. Which sounds all fine and dandy, but something's up. Frankly, I was skeptical about coexisting with Danons, but you get used to them. They're alright, I guess. Isn't the city so beautifully verdant? The climate is nice, but it's important that we take good care of this place. Lord Dohalim wants the city scenery to remain well preserved. He puts so much consideration into ensuring we lead pleasant lives. Oh, this whole city's like on top of a forest, apparently. Like they've molded the earth to hold the city up or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it or the magic behind it. All right, man. A few words. Do you have business in the palace? If you do, speak with the Danon over there. All right. Hello, sir. This is Ottolina Palace, the manor of Dohalim, Lord of Elda Menancia. Entry is forbidden to all but those with his lordship's express permission. Please remove yourself. That was kind of rude. We've done the arena. We've done like everything in the arena that we have the proper level for, I should say. Guess there's a path up this way we can go up.
Looks like Danons are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
Oh, this place cleared up. Okay. Across here is the Resum Quarry. You're free to visit, but try not to fall into the grinder. Getting ground up to bits is no way to go. I can imagine. Mushrooms. Up ahead is the Glean Wood. It's outside of our patrol area, and it's dangerous there, so stay away. What, you wanna, is your preferred way to go is in a grinder? Or are you just saying you frequent grinder on Friday nights?
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What? No third-degree questioning? Hey, this isn't a good spot to be lying down. You might get hurt. Everything okay? Oh, sorry. I just felt a little off all of a sudden and needed a rest. Maybe the air is getting a little stale here. Might not hurt to go outside and breathe some fresh air for a while. Apple. We're stealing your apples, and we're taking your fresh ore that you've unearthed. I keep a close eye on the workers' health and any injuries that occur. You have to in order to keep these things safe as possible. Looks like they're whittling away word working. What the fuck is this? Is that a humidifier? Oh, he is like chiseling away, or I don't think this is how you mine proper. I could be wrong. Heck yeah. But you know what they say, hard work is its own reward. Just gotta find the motivation to work in the first place. I feel like we bothered him like 3/4 of the way through a thought. Check out my guns. I've been building them up, working with my pickaxe. Impressive, huh? They sure are. I got a feeling you're going to do well in the training grounds. I wouldn't get too cocky. Your opponents aren't going to just sit still and let you chip at them like those rocks you're used to. She was impressed with his guns. Back before Dohalim came, you can never imagine taking a break like this with them other run-ins to run in the place. I know. Now the government bureaucrats give us way more trouble than any soldiers ever did. Haha, you can say that again.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the soldiers are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I don't get it. How can it be like this?
It's a quarry, so like this guy's got the right idea. Yeah, nothing like knocking back a stiff drink after a long, sweaty day of back-breaking work. Am I right? Fuck yeah, bud. Pop open a cold one with the boys after mining all day. Let's go. I don't know what these are. These just fans? Are they humidifiers? What? Like, this one is not like the other one. What are those things? They're cool looking. Definitely Renin technology.
Halt! I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldermenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldermenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person?
And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim.
I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a Renin for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renin society is a meritocracy. To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Danons who just accepted Renin rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
Oh boy. Let's go check it out. The other door, though, seems a little sus.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
I just don't get it. The Danons have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renins all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
Maybe he'll just give us his master core, you know?
I guess that
Everything will
towering
be okay.
structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. We're going inside regardless.
Maybe he'll just step down, give us his master core, you know, that fun stuff. Be nice.
Hey!
You again! After we parted ways, an urgent petition from citizenry came in. Lord Dohalim is currently busy responding to it. As such, I must ask for you to wait until he finishes his business. Once preparations are complete, I'll lead the way.
Pretty fancy place they got here.
Oh my god, that's a lot of guard.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guests, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword... I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
it pains me to see that Renin cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renin-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renins and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please, it's over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danans, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menencia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
He's right, this place looks freaking fancy.
So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
What's the dipping sauce of choice with the chicken nuggies, Vel? Let's just explore that. Let's just explore. What's the worst that could happen, right? Hey, isn't my meal ready yet, or what? I'm sorry, we're still fixing it. Great, I'm still waiting on that paperwork I asked for, too. I'm terribly sorry, I'll go check on what's happening with right away. Oh, now we're getting more into the Dan and Renan relationship bullshit here. The inn that we have reserved for you is straight down the road once you leave the palace. Do not make His Excellency regret his generosity. Are you sure this is such a good idea, Sir Kelzelik? Do you not realize that our guests are still here? We'll have this conversation later. They're literally right there, Mr. Guard Dude. Entrance plaza? Nah, we explore. This place is good looking. Oh, is this still the entrance plaza? Okay. Well, when I was a little kid, I never would have dreamed that I'd one day get to work in the palace. Me either. I remember when just looking at the palace or the place used to be enough to get you killed. It's funny when you look back on it now, but when they first announced they were recruiting guardsmen, I was more than a little suspicious. Lord Dohalim really is trying to look out for us, which is all the more reason why we have to make sure we don't let him down. I've got to say, I'm always blown away by you Danans in the guard. What makes you say that? Well, as you can imagine, ever since I was born, I was always taught that Danans were an inferior people. Not even people, really. It's true that Danans can't use astral arts like us, but you still learn quickly and are able to keep up with the work. If I hadn't chosen to follow Lord Dohalim here, there's no way I would have ever come around to opening my mind and thinking differently. We owe him a lot for bringing us joy and allowing us to truly live. I intend to repay that as best as possible, as I possibly can here in the guard. I'm gonna have to kill some Danans, aren't I? All these guard people, I'm gonna have to end up killing them too at some point. It's not good, man. We do get lemons, though. Just some bedside pork. No big deal. Who doesn't love some bedside pork? Hey, if they didn't want me wandering the palace, they should have escorted me to the inn. They shouldn't have left me alone here. This is Lord Dohalim's private quarters. Cool, I'm going in. Damn, it's locked. Damn. It's locked. Damn. Well, just let me go wherever I want, huh? Sorry, I can't let anyone into the Lord's chambers without having prior appointment. I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Fucking nerd doing your job. Bedside pork, best pork. Pork bun recipe. A slice of cubed pork belly inside a springy wheat bun. One bite of the moist meat poking out is enough to send any hungry eater into euphoria. Moist meat poking out. What a string of 4 different words together. I figured the only books Kisara would have on her shelves would be about combat, but I also found cookbooks and fishing books in her room. Gee, I wonder who got her interested in those things. You want moist meat poking out. The best offense is a good shield. An illustrated guide to shields. Shield Historia. Whoever owns these books sure likes shields. Hey, it's that chick. An array of guard weaponry. It appears to be quite well maintained. It's Kisara. Whatever you all think of him personally, we guardsmen have sworn an oath of loyalty to serve and protect the Lord Dohalim. Anyone who attempts to disturb the peace and stability that our Lord has worked so hard to realize shall be met with no mercy. Okay, well, noted. It's locked. Staff quarters. What loading screen? I heard that our ancestors used to be able to read and write, but we all forgot how to do it. Yep, but look at you now, dispensing medicine like a pro. Oh, I didn't even realize that. It went by too quick for me. There's nothing I can't learn from reading books, and once I figured out how to write, I started recording what I learned for future reference. I'm so thankful to the Lord Dohalim for giving me so many wonderful chances to learn and improve myself. We have so much to be grateful for. If it wasn't for Lord Dohalim, we wouldn't be able to live together like this, despite being unrelated. Yeah, you're right. I'm so glad I have you, sis. You feel so warm and soft. What the hell? Somebody's getting sleepy. I think it's bedtime. Yeah, it's something time. You sure are working hard for a young boy your age. That's because my dad collapsed working in the quarry. He's recovering in the medical facility, so I have to take over for him until he gets better. That's real big of you. I should send the young guys who sleep on the job to talk to you. Maybe then they'll take their work seriously. It's a selection of books on etiquette. The titles alone make your posture go rigid. Stand up straight. Yeah, it's a little wild right there, huh? Barracks. One apple. What do you think you're doing? Even when you're a guardsman, nobody seriously expects you to sleep in your... Oh, good grief. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, it's your turn to patrol now. Okay. Time to get out there and make Lord Dohalim proud. Fucking nerds. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Ah! One peach gel, nice. Lord Dohalim sure is an unusual lord. I can't believe he treats the embedded so... Hey, we're not supposed to call them that anymore, remember? Right, my fault. Old habits die hard. Scumbag. We go in here. Gotta explore the first floor now, guys. Sorry about it. They're giving me free reign to run around. I'm taking it. Requests keep coming in from citizens asking that we do something about the zoogles that keep popping up on the outskirts of town. They must be talking about those strays. Those things have really multiplied over the last couple of centuries. Apparently it's so bad that they say there are more strays now than zoogles that are actually under Renin control. We can't hope to exterminate all of them, but we should probably at least work to keep them out of the cities and villages. Kitchen!
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Is there an owl in here? They have a crown. Give me the crown.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Pineapple? Lemon, damn. So we can get some pineapple for some pizza. Tomato. I'm glad we came into there. We found a crown. Hell yeah, brothers. Staff awaiting room. This is where they wait to be staff. Milk. Peach gel. Pillow peach gel, to be more exact. There's no one in here. We have livestock that's reached maturity. Nice. We'll go back to our ranch here soon. I'm happy to report the stray zoogle hunts are going well. The Danin's training appears to be paying off. That's great to hear. Those guys are always so hardworking. I can't believe how much they've managed to learn in just a few short years. Yeah, but I don't see how this contributes to the crown contest. But he doesn't want to be a sovereign. So, like, why does it matter? He told us he doesn't want to be sovereign. So who cares about the crown contests? Am I right? You don't fight bad for someone who grew up as a Danin. Thanks, but I still have a long way to go before I'll catch up to Kasara. That's true. That woman's one in a million. Shame to see such talent go to waste here on Dana when she has so much potential. I go here. Library. Let's get learned.
Whoa! What is this place? The shelves here are filled with books! Not just Renin books either. There are tons of Danin ones too!
Rinwell, I get that you're excited, but we've got more important things to worry about
Omelet
right
recipe.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
An egg dish made by beating egg yolk before cooking it. Getting it to turn out nice and fluffy can prove to be a challenge. Words are hard sometimes for someone like me. I hate to bother you, but would it be possible for you to help with my studies? It'd mean a lot if you did. Why, certainly. I'm more than happy to help with Lord Dohalim's efforts to spread education to underprivileged. After all, a more educated populace makes for a richer realm in more ways than one, and that includes the Danins. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make the most of the opportunity Lord Dohalim has given us. I'm getting cult vibes. $24.51 days left. 24.50 days left. It's the diary of a Renin who counted down the days to the crown contest. They're books about the art of torture. What are these black splotches on the cover? Working slaves to the bone while maintaining productivity. That's a good one. Classic read. Curios on you, finding gems in the rough. These are thick astral energy research tomes. So hard to read, they can put you to sleep. Astral Arts for Winners, your surefire guide to claiming a lordship. Watching them work so hard makes me want to step in and lend a hand. Why do I feel so sad all of a sudden now? That Renin gentleman keeps looking at me for some reason. He must think I'm doing a poor job. Look at this one. Yeah. The Fashionista's Guide to Lenegis Attire and Armor. The Joys of Fine Liquor, a compendium of Menancian breweries. Go for good brew. An illustrated guide to Zoogles, raising and breeding. On Danan Customs. An introduction to the government of Lenegis. A swordsmanship book with a slashed cover. Did the reader get mad at the book or use it in a fight? A chronology of the crown contest. Practical Astral Arts, theories and applications. Jokes unfit for a dinner party. Even Renins enjoy their fair share of lowbrow humor, it seems. A Renin and a Danon walk into a bar. It's amazing to watch these children grow up. They won't even think twice about who's Renin and who's Danon when they're adults. That's because you're such a great teacher, miss. Look at you. I can't believe you already know how to flatter someone so well. Miss, there's something I don't get. Me too. All right. One at a time now, children. This library was educational. Phew, time to take a break. It wasn't that long ago that we'd be whipped if we ever stopped to rest. It's amazing just how different things are. I always find it so soothing to visit this courtyard. As it turns out, it was some of the Danons working for the palace who put it together. They do good work. Don't you think Lord Dohalim's being rather soft on those embeddeds? I'm sure they could be a lot more productive than they currently are. Watch what you say. I doubt His Excellency would be pleased to hear you say that. Look, all I'm saying is the embeddeds are a valuable resource. I don't think it's wrong to want to get as much out of them as we can. Definitely, they're a valuable asset we shouldn't be wasting. We shouldn't take for granted what we have. That's what I'm saying. Like, where, like, what's this guy's true thing? Like, what's really happening here? What's really going on? Everyone's way too happy. Heavy treat. 3,000 HP to all allies. We're holding on to that. We don't even have... I don't think anyone has 3,000 HP, like, flat. No. Max, the one that we have is 1878. It's, like, just over half.
What's this
800 gold. Let's go. Happy bottle. A euphoric concoction that brings good luck when consumed, greatly increasing the battle chain bonus gauge. That'll be good when we actually fight the dragon. We don't have to do as many fights to get the dragon to pop. If at all. I think we just have to fight that one group. Either way, we're not gonna fight the dragon just yet. Alright, let's get out of here. We're not welcomed here anymore. Even though they let us just literally walk around everywhere. Except for like 2 rooms.
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renin lord? How do we know it's safe?
Like we have any other choice. We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
I doubt that's the case. His best chance to kill us would have been back at the palace. His true intentions aside, for now, at least we're in his good books.
Then we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
Interesting. All we ever got was a tattered blanket, a rock-hard bed, and well past its prime food.
What are you talking about?
What we got for our slave labor back in Calaglia. As you can tell, it wasn't much at all. Here, the Danans get the same basic amenities, but the quality is way better than anything we were given. Hell, apparently they even get time off to do what they want. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure how to take all this in.
Could it be that things were simply harsher in Calaglia compared to everywhere else?
It was the same in Cislodia, too. Our buildings and clothing were equipped to handle the cold, but that was the only difference. Working the floodlights was a form of punishment, so we didn't really get rewarded for anything that we did.
Yeah, you could be assigned to fix food or make daily necessities too, but when all was said and done, most of that stuff went to the Renins. There wasn't much in the way of compensation for any of that, so I'd say that Cislodia and Calaglia were both pretty awful.
An Elder Menancia really is unusual.
To say the least. Hell, I might even go so far as to call it crazy. But the fact remains, Danans aren't free here.
Yeah, no matter how happy they look, they're still slaves.
I don't even know what to think right now. This is all way too much to deal with. It's giving me a headache. So that was Lord Dohalim, huh? He sure is something. Definitely not like the other lords we've met up until now.
At first, he sounded like just some snobby royal. But he immediately shut down Shion's surprise attack. He's tougher than he looks.
Definitely. After all, he's a lord for a reason.
The food was pretty damn good, too.
Why are you two complimenting him? You just said it yourself, Alphen. He's a Renin lord.
Yeah, but he didn't act hostile towards us.
You're reading him wrong. He's acting indifferent. He's attempting to keep some distance between himself and everyone else. It's obvious.
What are we going to do then? Vicent seems to be legit peaceful. Are we just gonna do as he says and leave things be?
I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think it would be best for us to rest at the inn and think about our options.
Okay. Let's go rest at the inn. Here it is. I was expecting another cutscene as soon as we go to bed.
Welcome, fair travelers. Lord Dohalim's retainer told us to expect you. It is an honor for you to stay with us. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
This is better than I expected.
Hmm?
The room. It's nice.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It is pretty nice.
You okay, La? You're a million miles away.
Nah, it's weird. I felt strange ever since we arrived here. Can't seem to shake it. Maybe it's something about this place.
You're just tired. I'm feeling pretty sluggish myself.
You too?
Seriously, you two? A word to the wise, our work here is far from over. Get yourselves together.
Sorry, but I need to call it a day. Let's meet back here tomorrow morning and see where things go from there. Sound good?
Sure, but keep an eye out for anything strange, okay? We still don't know how safe this place really is. Are you two feeling any better?
Yeah, a good night's sleep seems to have done the trick.
I wonder why we felt so out of it. You think it might have been because of all the food we ate?
You don't think they slipped something into our food, do you? That must be it.
If they were making an attempt on our lives, we'd know it by now. Though, on the other hand, they could be warning us off.
Come to think of it, you didn't eat anything at the meal, Rinwell. Aren't you starving?
Oh, I made myself something later.
You missed out. That was some mighty fancy grub they served yesterday.
What? And give the enemy a chance to poison me too? Are you crazy?
What's the big deal? Shion ate it too, remember? And we both tried the same stuff.
Well, maybe they laced it with poison that's only harmful to Danins,
That's enough, Rinwell.
Kitty cat.
A cat? Where'd it come from?
There's something on its collar. Hold on a sec.
I think it's trying to lead us somewhere.
I'm gonna follow it.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
We're following a black cat. What could go wrong? Follow the black cat. Whoa! It's zooming. It's zooming.
There it is!
Stay close. We're gonna lose it.
What's gotten into you, Law?
This might be the lead we've been waiting for.
Seriously?
Yeah. Some people train animals to act as messengers. They don't attract attention, see?
And you think that someone might be using that cat? To reach out and send us a message or something?
I could be wrong, but it's possible.
I'm impressed. I would never have thought of that.
I should know. We used to use them in Cyslodia.
She's... So, that black cat, do you think it works for someone?
I'm sure it does. It wouldn't try to lead us around like that if somebody didn't train it to.
I wouldn't know. I've never had one myself. If I did, it'd probably try to eat poor Hoodle.
I wonder who they are, though. I doubt this is Dohalim's work.
Yeah, he has no reason to do this. Although we can't rule out that it might be one of his lackeys either.
You think one of his subordinates is up to something?
That Dohalim guy is a pretty unusual character for a Renin, let alone for a lord. It's hard for me to imagine that they all agree with what he's doing. Maybe one of them plucked up the courage to go rogue.
Well, let's head further in. I'd like to figure out at least one of the mysteries of this place.
Everything's too clean. Too perfect here. That cat's running at like 25 FPS. We can't have this. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there. I'm blind. I'm actually blind.
Where do you think it's trying to lead us?
Who knows? We should hurry. We don't want to lose it.
Whoever came up with this is pretty damn clever.
Yeah, it just looks like an ordinary cute cat.
It's going into the forest.
We lost sight of the cat.
After the chase it's led us on, there's gotta be something up ahead.
Let's go farther in.
I get that underground forests aren't exactly something you see every day, but I really could have done without any Zoogles running around.
You said it. I get the city up top surrounded by castle walls, but now I won't be able to sleep easy knowing they're lurking underneath.
You have nothing to fear. Zoogles work for the Renins. There might be strays out here, but the other Zoogles won't let them get close.
Using Zoogles to keep watch over their own kind, huh? That would explain why we're not seeing any guards.
Yeah, which makes it that much easier for someone to hide around here, too.
True.
Ah! Sorry, Shion. My foot slipped. Are you all right?
I should be asking you. What am I saying? Of course you're okay. It's easy to forget sometimes. If anybody else had been in your place, they'd be howling right about now.
Huh? Oh, right. You mean your thorns. Yeah, I'm, no worse for wear over here. Again, sorry for brushing you like that without warning.
Well, just be careful. Hey, Alphen?
Hmm?
Forget it. It's nothing. I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, okay.
What's with those two?
The sexual tension is real. It's real!